What's up, automators? I got a fun one here for you today that should help all of your project managers out. What we are going to do is we are going to step one, create a Microsoft form. Step two, have that form assign project tasks to a team member. And step three, wire it all up with Power Automate so you never have to worry about it again. So without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so my camera's going to be in a little different position today. So to start out with, we are going to start the timer and create a new form. Form's going to be called assign business tasks. This can be any name you want it to be. We're going to quick start. It's going to be a choice. It's going to be person to assign. There are going to be two options. There'll be Caleb. And then there's going to be Justin. This is one thing that is kind of annoying about forms, just so you know. Microsoft Forms does require, I've not found a way to make a dynamic form yet. So if you want to create a dynamic form, I believe the best way to do that is with a Power App. Next will be a task to assign. We'll leave that required as well. And then we're going to create a date field here. And we're going to say due date. Perfect. So now we have our form kind of wired in. Reason I like to start here is because you need to have the form ID, which you can grab here. Right at the very end here. So I'm going to take this form ID. We're going to go back to our flow. As you can see, I kind of failed here. We'll delete this one, clean it up. I did not make it in time. I technically did, but I just wasn't patient. So let's start a new flow here. We're actually going to use this default trigger. We'll create it. Say, assign business task. Pick a form ID. We're going to do a dynamic value here. Then we're going to we have to get the form details. So we're going to say get response details. Create a form ID. We're going to do dynamic again. And then we'll do response from the previous response. Now we're going to go planner. Create task. So the group is going to be business tasks. The plan ID is going to be business tasks again. The title will be a dynamic value. It'll be the task to assign. We're going to show the advanced parameters here, which is why I'm over here, because the advanced parameters get hidden by my face. The bucket in this case, I'll show you what the buckets are. It's kind of set up like Kanban architecture here for us. Whoops. You can see kind of on ice, to do, clients, operations. So this will be to do. The start date and time won't really matter. The due date we can put in as that field that we put in the form, the due date. And then the assign user ID is going to be the person to assign. So now we have our task to assign, our due date, and our person to assign here. We'll save that. Once this gets saved, we'll go to our assign business task here. We're going to assign it to me this time. We're going to say upload YouTube video. So we'll do upload YouTube video. We'll say the due date is going to be the 11th, and we'll submit that. Let's check on our flow here. I had some issues with this before where it takes a second for it to upload. So while it takes a second, I'm going to leave this on my other screen and just kind of talk about how this flow can work. So this is a fairly common web flow or Power Automate trigger is using a form. I find it honestly to be the best spot for most people to start, because you know when the form is submitted what that task can do, right? Because you can kind of fill out all of the information in the task by using the Microsoft form as your input field, which is why that I think that it is a great place to start. I've seen other form tasks in here, and it looks like it finally did come through. I'm just going to really quickly describe them though. Another really helpful one that I've found is this Net Promoter Score. I'll create one on that soon. or later, but you can do something similar here where you create a form URL in your email signature. And then every time you email somebody, your employees kind of can ask for feedback, hopefully good feedback in all cases, but feedback nonetheless, which can be helpful for most businesses. But the task did come through. Upload a YouTube video. So if I click on that task, you can see it's assigned to me. And the due date is 110, the due date is 110. So pulled it from what we put in the planner, and that's all the time we have. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Happy automating. Bye, guys.